right there. One step further and I'll slit your throat.
Put the knife away, boy. We're not your enemies.
Excuse me, who are you to... Wait, Lord Marshal Arendir? But they told us you fell in the Battle of Greykeep.
Who? The Bane? The Deathman? Don't believe everything you hear, boy. Now put down that weapon. We're here to help.
Of course. My apologies, Lord Marshal. I meant no offense.
Who is... Wait. You're the one who helped to free the fortress, aren't you? And Lord Marshal Arendir, you're... Tiara's breath. I'm Watcher Joanne. Forgive Recruit Averett's behavior.
No harm done. Now, tell us what happened. Where's the High Keeper?
In the fortress. That whole mess, it happened a week ago. We were still recovering from the undead attack a moon ago, and we thought the Deathmen were gone for good. They completely took us by surprise, like bloody amateurs. We just barely managed to drive them out of the fortress.
We? But you're here, aren't you?
Yes, well, that's a different story. The 6 of us, we were tasked with guarding the catapult. When those screaming Bane fanatics attacked by the dozens, we got... I don't know, scared. We ran.
No reason to be ashamed. You're no good to anyone dead.
That's Sellsword's thinking. A keeper of the Iron Falcon shouldn't run away like that. Yet we all did. We're a disgrace.
Well, self-pity doesn't help either. We need to act. You said the Bane and the Deathmen are besieging the fortress. How big of an army are we talking about?
A large one. They are only a fraction of their respective forces, but together, they will break through the gates eventually.
Well, then I think it's time to call in our troops. Our old outpost. Is it still there?
I think the Deathmen burned it to the ground, but it should be easily rebuilt.
Good. What then?
Well, obviously the most important thing is to prevent the Deathmen from breaking through the fortress. But a head-on ambush would be suicide.
Then what do you suggest?
I suggest a two-way route. We support Highkeeper Aranor in the fortress and simultaneously weaken the enemy. Also, Averett may not look like it, but he's actually a skilled Arya Smith. If you get us the material, we can equip your warriors with it.
What about Gifford?
Yes, true. He might also be able to help. If they didn't kill him yet, that is.
I understand. But how can we support the keepers on the inside?
Well, they've been trapped in the fortress for over a week, and our provisions were already low back then. If we manage to smuggle resources inside, then it may help them to regain their strength. There's a small hole in one of the northwestern walls, just next to the catapult. If we secure that sector, we can drop resources into their courtyard.
Solid plan. Then let's get to work.
Yes. And with your permission, we will join you. We've been hiding for too long. It's time to make these bastards pay.
Yes?
Will do.
Commander, we've finished researching a new technology.
Who are they? They don't look like Bane.
Well, well. So you're the ones Ralph was talking about. Who are you? Oh, you're definitely not with the Purity, that's for sure. I'd recognize that deluded look right across that bloody canyon.
I'm Tahar. Maybe you've heard about me.
Oh, the prodigal child. Yes, of course. You almost blew up the Wade Castle in the eye, didn't you? Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. So, why are you and these mages here?
Simply put, because we want to make a difference. I'm Lena, second scholar of the Creators Guild. Or was, that is. I guess they crossed out my title after I left. So why exactly are we here in Aenir's Blade? That's a story to fill books with, but I'll make it short. Because some of us were tired of sitting on our supposedly safe little island in Everlight and watching while mages are being slaughtered. We spent the past year helping wherever we could, but it was a misty war, so to speak. You couldn't tell your enemies from your allies. However, since the Kane has gone crazy, things got easier. So now we're fighting the Purity.
But why here, in Aeneir's blade?
Ever heard of Yura's ring?
Help me out.
In the first battle with the Field Darg, there was a mage named, you guessed it, Yura. She is one of the main reasons why Io is still in one piece. She held the Field Darg at bay while the Guardians banished them. Of course, however, it cost her dearly. She gave her life for it. The ring, however, is still here, buried thousands of armlets beneath the sand. We're here to retrieve it.
How? It would take years to dig that deep.
A good thing we aren't planning to dig. In the past moons, I prepared a ritual. Telekinesis, if that strikes a chord. However, releasing that much magical energy is likely to wake up a whole lot of undead. In other words, we can't do the ritual without someone guarding us. Which brings me to my next question.
Well then.
Building completed. Building completed.
Let me guess, you want our help?
Indeed. But I don't expect you to risk you and your men's lives for nothing. So let us make a bargain. If you help us retrieve the ring, I'll convince some of our mages to help you in your battle. Frankly, your army has the best chances of winning this war. And we could use help.
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
Sounds fair. What's your plan?
Actually, it's quite simple. We will teleport ourselves to the ritual grounds and await you there. All you need to do is to protect us while we cast the spell.
That's simple enough. All right, we'll meet you there.
Thank you.
This will be a masterpiece.
Building completed. Building completed.
Yes.
Building completed. Commander, we've finished researching a new technology. Commander, we've finished researching a new technology.
What do we need? Expansion is the key to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed. Building completed.
What can I do for you?
Building completed.
How's it going?
Building completed.
Tiara's breath. What are you people doing here? This is a war zone.
Well, that's why we're here.
You are? Well, at least you look like you can handle yourself.
We can. What are you doing out here in the desert?
We were out on a mission when the attack happened. We tried to get back and help our brothers and sisters, but as you can imagine, we're too few to take these purity bastards head on. So we stuck to the mission instead. Though we weren't successful yet.
What mission?
The Deathmen. They sent a group of necromancers before they launched their attack. I think they're trying to control the undead, but they're strong. Too strong.
Then let's attack together.
Yes, that might work. Fine, let's make a bargain. You help us deal with these necromancers, and we'll lend you our maces. I'm assuming you're planning to free the fortress, too.
Of course. The more help we get, the better.
Perfect. We will not let you down.
Of course.
That's it. They're done raising the undead.
Just give the word.
Yes?
Just give the word.
All right, give me a second.
We're being attacked!
How do you like that?
Focus area. Focus.
What? That's all? I'm only getting started.
Building completed. Building completed.
A good spot.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Anything on your mind? A good spot.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. We're being attacked!
You asked for this.
Building completed. Building completed.
spot.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. We're being attacked!
Yes?
Prepare yourselves.
That way. All right.
Get ready.
We're being attacked!
They won't stand a chance.
Building completed.
You'll regret this. Yes?
You picked the wrong enemies. How do you like that?
It will be bloody.
Building completed.
Yes. You asked for this.
We'll make short work of them.
You'll regret this. Expansion is the key to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Huh. Interesting.
Sure. Huh.
Building completed.
Uh-huh.
Expansion is the key to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed.
All right, give me a second.
Building completed. Building completed. Building completed.
Understood.
Building completed. Building completed. Building completed.
What's next?
What do you require?
All right, give me a second.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed.
A good spot.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed. Building completed. Building completed. Building completed.
Yes? Yes?
Expansion is the key to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed.
Yes.
Blazes, you did it! You crushed that scum all by yourself?
Seems like I did. Who are you?
Gifford Hendry. Color me impressed. Look, I know about your quest to defeat the Harbinger, and I want to help. I am, if I may say so, one of the best siege weapons specialists in Nortender. And I'm sure I can be a valuable asset to your cause.
What about the Falcons? The tomb still needs to be protected.
They will be fine. My apprentice is with them, and she knows what she's doing. If you want my help, I will ask Highkeeper Aranor for permission.
Well, any help is appreciated. Thank you, Gifford.
At your command.
Well, if this isn't good timing, we just finished preparing the spell. So are you ready? As I said, once we start, we can expect a lot of resistance.
I'm ready.
All right. Alron, is everything ready?
Yes.
Good. And remember, don't lose focus. Singtar Ela Shara Da!
Walking corpses. Take them down.
By the Guardians, we did it. We actually did it.
It's over? You have the ring?
We do. Tiara's breath. It's beautiful. You made this possible. I must say the rumors about you seem to be true. Either way, you held your end of the bargain, and we'll hold ours. I need to get the ring into safety, but the others will join you.
Good. Just exit the canyon through the pass on the east. One of our scouts will be waiting there. He'll show you the way to Mullendeer.
Mullendeer. Well, isn't that intriguing? Fine. Barrett, you heard it.
Yes. We will not let you down, Tahar.
Then I guess it's time to say goodbye. I will be back soon.
Careful.
Let's see.
Tahar. And once again, you save the day. I'm ashamed you only see the Falcons like this. Failing.
It's not your fault. Your order is meant to protect the tomb, not wage a war against some fanatic.
Nice-sounding words, but they aren't true. We've almost lost the tomb. Again. I guess this was your plan, Angar. Helping your sister. You always liked to be the savior.
Sister? Yes. We're twins.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because it wasn't relevant. I'm not here to save you, Eleanor. I'm here because we need your help. We need the Keepers.
Why? Because of our legendary skills? You see how much they've helped us. But I guess we should discuss this elsewhere. Let us meet at your outpost, Tahar. Before we do anything else, we need to tend to the wounded and make sure the tomb is properly guarded again. There you are. Well then, let's get this over with, shall we? What did you mean by you need our help? I appreciate what you did for us. You too, Angar. But you know that Falcons cannot leave the canyon. The tomb needs to be protected, from now until eternity.
They will guard the tomb, but not all of you. We will provide you with enough soldiers to both rebuild your fortress and to protect the tomb while you are with us. And once the Harbinger is dead, you can return to the canyon. Please, Aranor, don't make this harder than it is. You know I have the power to command you if needed, but I don't want to do this.
Fine. I suppose you're right. If the Harbinger is mad enough to attack Aenir's blade, we would not be safe here anyway. We will lend you our maces, Tahar, as long as you serve a righteous cause. What about Myra? House Uhtren's army is among the largest in Northander. Will she help too?
That's a long story. I'll tell you on the way to Mullendeer.
Fine. But these soldiers you're sending as a temporary replacement, I will be the one who picks them. Is that clear?
Yes.
Good. Then I will join you with 24 of my keepers. That has to be enough. When do we head out?
Soon. Tahar will give the command.
When the sun shines onto the turquoise marble of Old Halayash, it is difficult not to admire the greatness of what was once the largest Hibernian city on Io. Only the story of its creation may dampen an explorer's enthusiasm. Like most Hibernian cities, it was built on the backs of slaves.
Look, up ahead. I think that's them.
Not saying you are wrong, but maybe now wasn't the best time to cause turmoil among your people, don't you think?
There was no way I could have known this would happen.
Maybe not. Maybe you could have. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Seems your allies have arrived. You're Tahar, aren't you? Silverhand is pleased to meet you.
Careful, Tahar. This man's aura is overwhelming.
It is indeed, but that doesn't mean he wants to harm you.
Who are you?
Just call him Silverhand. Most people do. He's a friend of the elves, you might say. Particularly of the brown blood Moorhere kind. And he's here because his friend Varden Merilith told him they had gotten themselves into trouble once again. Arlen Finrior, the first scryer of Lathwen, has disappeared.
Ran off? I think that's a better way to put it. But let's talk in the outpost. Follow me.
All right. So, where do we begin? The corruption hit again, harder than before.
But why? We cleaned the pools, didn't we?
You did, yes. But as it turns out, that was only temporary. After you left, the corruption came back with a vengeance. So far, we have lost over a dozen hunters to it. Then, one night, Arlen Finrior ran off, just like that.
Why would he do that?
Well, he left a note. To cure the corruption.
There's more to it, though. Silverhand hasn't told Varden yet, but he can feel it.
I see. So you're here to find Arlen, is that it? And that's what you need our help for?
Yes. Despite Silverhand and his mages, the jungle turns out far more perilous than anticipated. There's corrupted, there's those beasts, and there's purity, as they like to style themselves. Silverhand would call them self-important blockheads.
So what do you need us to do?
The same you did in Leafshade. Find the cause of the corruption and end it. And of course, find Arlen if he's still alive. If we don't settle that matter, we don't have a choice but order the troops we provided you with back to us.
Not to mention that the corruption might spread, which, after this land just lived through the Bloodburn, would be an unfortunate development indeed.
All right. I'll scout the jungle for traces of Arlen and the source of the corruption. You stay here and make sure your camp is safe.
Good to hear. Thank you, Tahar. I mean it. We'll hold our position.
Though Silverhand might reach out to you every now and then, we shall see.
Fair enough. Stay safe. What's next?
So, that man can talk in our thoughts?
So it seems. He's a dreamweaver, like Iana.
Well, I'm glad she doesn't do this often.
Blazes! That's a lot of them.
Tiara's breath. Did you see that?
The fog killed them. Could that be?
The center of the corruption. Yes, it could be. It emanates the same magical signature as the pools in Leafshade.
Tahar? Silverhand just sensed something. Death. Are you all right?
I am. We found the source of the corruption. At least, I think so. We'll head back to your camp now.
Oh, excellent.
Was that Silverhand?
It was.
Silverhand said you found the cause of the corruption. Is that true?
I think so. There's a thick, reddish mist spreading all across the middle of the jungle. It kills whoever walks into it.
Any sign of Arlen?
I'm afraid not. But we saw Purity in the jungle. They seem to be oblivious to what the mist does.
Silverhand sees. Well, they are not our priority right now. The Purity will be dealt with once we've cleared the corruption. Be that as it may, it seems they are not getting anywhere without clearing up that mist.
Maybe there's something you and your winter mages could do about it?
No. No, Silverhand cannot. But he thinks there's someone who can.
You don't sound too happy about it.
Yes, well, he is a complicated character, and that's putting it mildly. He's a priest of Nor.
A dark elf?
Yes, but save for him, Silverhand can't think of anybody who could help us otherwise. You'll need to find him and bring him here. He lives in the old monastery.
So I'm guessing you want me to go there and convince that seer to come here.
Wraith. His name is Wraith. But yes, that is what he would ask you to do. Silverhand knows you've traveled far already, but unless you know another way to deal with that mist, Wraith seems to be our only option.
All right, I'll try.
Here we go.
What? That's all? I'm only getting started.
Once an imposing monument to the Guardians, the old monastery was destroyed by a tribe of orcs during the War of the Six Wraiths.
Okay, according to the map, the old monastery should be up ahead. We need to find this wraith, and we need to do it fast. Who knows how fast this corrupted fog will spread.
I couldn't agree more.
Anything on your mind? I understand.
Said Henry. There was no way I could have known. We needed to try.
Yeah, it's just like we tried with the woman and her rosaries and that old guy with his crystals.
This was different, boy, and you know it. Galvin's son came here after his fall from that roof, and 3 weeks after coming here, he was able to walk again. Another traveler. Did you also come for Nathaniel and his holy water? If so, don't even bother. He's a charlatan.
Huh?
Never mind.
No. Wait. You people look like you can defend yourselves, right?
Why? What happened to you?
The short version? My father heard stories about a holy priest of Tiara who sells holy water from a holy fountain that can apparently cure my disability.
Son, it wasn't that simple.
As it turned out, that holy priest was a charlatan. We paid most of our savings for his cleansing water, and of course it didn't do anything. Now we're broke. That is, unless you could help us.
This is not their responsibility, Henry. Thank you for listening, but we should go now.
Wait, tell me more.
But
what? Would you rather come back to Mother without a single sodding coin in your pocket? Let that fucking bastard get away?
Watch your language, son. Whatever happened, we are on holy grounds here.
Yes, Father. I know.
All right, let me see if I can talk with that priest. Where is he?
Are you?
Yes, we are. That man is in the south. His name is Nathaniel, and he's a priest of Tiara, so you should recognize him. And thank you.
Fine, if you think it helps.
Greetings. Are you Nathaniel?
Yes, that would be me. How may I help you?
I had a chat with an elf called Nilas. He was here with his son, and he told me that you sold him some healing potion that didn't work. Now they hardly have the money to return to Everlight.
Ah, yes, I remember him. The architect with a crippled boy. He was very generous indeed. I'm saddened the potion didn't work, but there's not much I can do. And yes, I accepted a donation and I gave him a vial of healing water in return. I never specified the amount of said donation.
Wait, you said that the donations are voluntary. That doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone give up their entire life savings just like that?
The followers make their donations at their own discretion. Yes, everyone has to make a donation before drinking from the Blessed Spring, but we always ask them to donate whatever they can afford. It is not our intention to destroy lives. Some followers believe that bigger donations result in more grace from the Guardian, and yes, obviously this isn't true, and we do all we can not to perpetuate this misconception. But that does not stop people from doing it.
Huh. So how do you explain that the holy water didn't work?
Well, the Guardians work in mysterious ways. We never promise that the water will work on everyone. But it does work, though. Be sure of that. I've seen it with my own eyes. I saw lepers tearing off their robes to reveal a healed body. Blind men seeing the colors of the leaves for the first time in their lives. So how could we deny these souls-seeking help a chance at something so wonderful?
These cases you mentioned could simply be a coincidence.
Yes, I have considered that. But the Guardians work in mysterious ways. All we priests can do is serve them and bring their gifts into this world. Whether they choose to perform a miracle or not is their choice.
All right, I think I've heard enough. Well, if you're saying the truth, then you're not to blame. Thanks for clearing that up. Sorry for accusing you.
You have nothing to apologize for. Nihilus only did what he thought was best for his boy, and we should not judge him for his desperation. Wait a moment. Here, please give him this. It's just a bit of gold, but it should be enough for a carriage to Everlight. And again, I'm sorry the Blessed Spring couldn't help. Goodbye.
Goodbye. All right, so I talked to the priest. Seems he gave you the real holy water and it simply didn't work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Yes, that is what I expected.
What about the gold? Did you get it back?
Only a part of it. The priest actually gave it to me voluntarily. He told me that the price you paid, Nihilus, was a donation.
You?
What?
You're in no position to question me, son. I only did what I thought was right.
Right. Putting our family in debt for some stupid vial of water? What? Did you think the more gold you sink into that fountain, the more interested Tiara would be to pay me a visit?
Well, maybe you're right. It was a stupid idea. But at least we got enough money to afford the journey back now.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Now would you look at that?
Tiara's breath! Help! Someone! Somebody help me!
By the Guardians. Thank you. That was a bloody close call. You certainly aren't a priest. Are you a pilgrim?
Not really.
Oh. Then what brings you here? Not the best time to travel across EO, I'm afraid.
I'm looking for a dark elven priest. Any idea where he could be?
Ah, yes. That Wraith fellow. He's south of the old monastery. But a word of warning, he's not the most talkative of folks.
I see. Thanks.
It's the least I can do. Anything else?
That's all. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome, child. May Hiran's winds carry you swiftly.
More travelers. What do you want?
Are you Wraith?
Who's asking?
A friend of Silverhand.
That doesn't make it better. Listen, I'm not in the mood for a chat. If it's sermons you came here for, go talk to the other pilgrims. I'm sure they can't wait to bombard you with their stupid, idiotic blathering.
We need your help. The Moorhere elves are suffering from a plague called the Corruption. They've traced down the cause of it to the Halayish ruins in Leafshade, but...
Please, hold it right there.
Why?
I don't care. I'm sorry, but I simply don't. Now, is there anything else you need? No? Then thank you and goodbye.
Look, the Moorhere really need your help.
And I really don't care.
Wow. There I thought altruism was dead.
Look, girl, if life taught me anything, it's that there's far too many people who care far too much about other people's business. I won't be one of them. And even if that were different, the Moorhere would be the last people I'd help. They are the epitome of self-importance and arrogance. I owe them no loyalty. Now, please, move along. I have things to do.
That didn't go well. Let's go take a look around. Maybe someone else can help us.
Good luck with that.
Now would you look at that? A fresh face. What can I do for you?
Can you tell me anything about Wraith, the Dark Elf?
That's his name? No, I'm afraid I can't. He's not the most sociable of fellows.
Huh. All right. Thanks, nonetheless. You're a priest of Nihalf, aren't you? Can you tell me more about him?
Sure. What would you like to know?
What does Nihalf represent?
You don't know? Strength, craftsmanship, and courage. He's the god of the warriors and the smiths. And of course, the dwarves, such as myself.
What's Nihalf's duty?
That one's easy to answer. Nihalf, your strength shall form and harden them. You will grant them the power to survive. For this world will not be without dangers. Within the earth, you shall form their souls in your forge and grant them courage and truthfulness, willpower and strength. Nihalf is the epitome of strength and success through hardship. He reminds us that we may have to go through the fire to become a better person.
Goodbye.
Guardian's grace be upon you.
Oh, hello, stranger. You're not from these parts, are you?
No, I just arrived. You're a priest of Tiara, aren't you? I recognize that crest.
Well observed. Yes, I am.
I need to go. Thanks for your time.
You're always welcome. Tiara, guide your path, friend.
I'll take a look.
Ugh, read a book.
What?
I said read a book. I'm not here to answer your questions. I've done nothing else for the past 5 years, and it starts to get boring.
But you're a priest. Isn't it your, I don't know, your job to spread the word of the Guardians?
I devoted my life to Zerbo, the god of laugh, and of course hoping that the few soldiers who come by don't decide to beat you to a pulp just because they feel like—
I'm not even here for knowledge. I want to know more about that Dark Elf.
Then ask him.
I tried. He's, reserved.
Well, hard luck, I guess. I can't help you with that.
I won't bother you anymore. Stay safe.
Mm-hmm. Let us see.
As you want.
Yes?
I said read a book.
I'm not here to...
I won't bother you anymore. Stay safe.
Mm-hmm. Corporal?
Oh.
Do you know anything about that Dark Elf? Why is he here?
Oh, I'm afraid I wouldn't know about that.
Look, I really need his help.
I don't know.
Okay, I don't think we have a choice. Let's take a look at Wraith's shack.
Let me see.
Got it. Let's take a look around.
Interesting.
What's that? An altar?
Looks more like a memorial to me. So, what's the plan?
Huh. A drawing. A boy and a woman.
Oh, that's tragic. Do you think they were his family?
Maybe. We should go talk to him.
Prepare yourselves.
Huh. Interesting. I'll take a look.
Understood.
Yes?
We found the memorial. And the drawing. Was that your son?
Claws of Nor. You're really starting to get on my nerves, you know that? Who the heck do you think you are?
Look, lives are at stake here. Don't you get that? People will die if we don't stop the corruption. Men, women, children. You know what it's like to lose someone, don't you? Then why don't you just help us? I don't get it.
Because it's pointless. It's also goddamn pointless anyway, so why even try?
What's pointless? Why?
That boy. He was my son. The bloodburn took him, together with my wife.
I'm sorry. When did that happen?
6 moons ago. But please, spare me the verbiage. You're not sorry because you didn't even know them. You wanted to appeal to my better self, and it worked. Good job. So, yes, I'll come with you and take a look at that fog. If there's anything I can do about it, I will. If I can't, then bad luck. Give me some time to gather my things. I'll meet you at the mountain pass.
I'll do what's required.
Wraith, what a pleasure to see you.
Sure. Where is that corruption, or whatever you call it? And what is it?
It's a plague, much like the bloodburn, only that it seems to spread through nature. Whoever or whatever gets infected becomes completely crazy.
Like the rabies?
Only that it affects humans in Trieste too. There's a giant red fog down south, and we believe it's the cause of the corruption. But whoever enters it dies.
Any ideas? Could that be black magic?
It's possible. I'll have to take a look at it. Can you show me?
Certainly. Tahar, could you take their new friend and Varden to the fog? Silverhand will stay here and protect the camp. The Purity has gotten more aggressive recently. They still haven't directly attacked, but there have been encounters.
All right. Yes, sure, I can take you. Follow me.
That's it. That's the fog.
I see. Yes, that's definitely black magic. Necromantic miasma, to be precise. Though it's been a long time since they were used, because they're practically uncontrollable. The last noted occurrence was during the Hibernian era.
Used? So you think someone caused this deliberately?
I don't know. If so, that someone would have needed knowledge of Hibernian rituals.
But can you cure it?
No. But let me try something. Good.
A golem? What for?
Well, to find out what's behind this, we need to get to the center of it. But since I doubt any of you would like to get that fog into your lungs, I found ourselves someone who doesn't mind. I see what he sees.
Good thinking.
Stand back. A man. There's a man, he... Nor's claws. That was quicker than expected.
But you saw someone, right?
Yeah. An elf. More here by the looks of it. Shaven head and a scar on his scalp.
Wait, Arlen? No, that's impossible. How did that scar look like?
It stretched from his forehead to the top of his head. And he had a long brown beard.
Yes. Yes, that's Arlen Finrior, our first scryer, but I don't understand. Why is he here? How come the fog doesn't harm him?
He's controlling it.
I beg your pardon?
I said he's controlling it. It's the only explanation. And as long as he's alive and upholding the spell, there's nothing I can do about the fog.
What now?
Well, as I see it, there's only one way to end it. We need to disable him, or what he used to summon the miasma in the first place.
How?
Complicated. But let's discuss that at the outpost. Silverhand will want to be involved in this.
Arlen Finrior. That's interesting, to say the least. Do you have any explanation for this, Varden?
I don't.
What a mess. And Wraith, there's absolutely no way to protect oneself against the fog?
No.
Then what can we do?
Let me think. Right now, there's only one solution I can think of. But you won't like it.
Anything is better than nothing. Tell us.
Finrior used Hibernian necromancy to conjure that plague. We could use Hibernian necromancy to end it.
How?
By conjuring something a bit more powerful. Something that can withstand the miasma and end Arlen's spell, one way or another. However, I can't do that on my own. Hibernian necromancy is complex and not my area of expertise.
What do you need then?
Well, ideally, the grimoire of an Hibernian Valis, a shaman, but I doubt we'll be that lucky. However, Hibernian crystal shards will do too. They can help me focus. In other words, our best bet would be to look through the ruins for these.
Hibernian crystal shards? Like the ones they used for their portals?
Yes. If you can bring me a handful, that might be enough to channel my magic for the ritual.
I'm not sure. You wanted to search all of Helaish just in hopes of finding those shards.
You asked me for a solution, and I made a suggestion. If you don't like it, I'm more than happy to go back to the monastery.
No. I'm sorry, this is all a bit much. Tahar, I hate to ask, but can you take care of this? Silverhand and I need to stay back and make sure the outpost is secure.
I can try.
Thank you. And one more thing. Could you also have a chat with Commander Zyla? You've won a lot of battles, and you could help us set up a proper defense.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Again, Tahar, we truly appreciate your help.
Well, it is settled then. Tahar will search the Hibernian ruins for the shards, while we try to keep the purity and the abominations at bay.
If you insist.
Are you Commander Zyla?
Yes, and you're Tahar. Your eyes. You have something strange about you.
I get that a lot. Listen, Scryer Merilith said I should give you some advice regarding the defense of this outpost.
Advice, huh? Well, I guess you do know what you're doing, else you wouldn't still be alive, would you? Well then, I have a better idea. Why don't you just have a chat with the workers and tell them what to do? You know, where to put the barricades, towers, the usual. I think we both don't have time for lectures.
Yeah, I can do that.
Good. I trust you fully in this matter. Just make sure to have enough of our workers gather Lenya. Silverhand's mages are eating those bloody leaves like there's no tomorrow.
Lenya? What's that?
Oh, right. I forgot. You're an Evran. Lenya are the plants that grow around Aria pools. The two are very similar, both are infused with magic, only that Lenya plants are far more, concentrated than Aria, and humans don't know how to process it. In short, elven druids and mages need to consume it regularly for their powers.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Then do your best, Tahar. I'll do mine.
Sure.
Scryer.
A wonderful day. Ellen truly smiles upon us.
Building completed.
Yes, almost there.
What do we need?
Just give the word.
A good spot.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed. Building completed. Building completed. We're being attacked! Building completed.
Go! Don't let down your guard.
We will be swift.
Building completed.
What do you require?
Look at that. A crystal shard. Just like the ones we found on the Hibernian island.
I guess we got lucky. Still 3 more to go, though.
Building completed.
I'll be swift.
They will fall.
Yes? A good spot.
All right,
Abomination.
here goes nothing.
Kill it.
We're being attacked! Building completed.
Uh-huh.
You read my mind.
Fair enough. Let's do this. All right, give me a second.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed.
What do we need?
Oh.
What the blazes? Who are you? Are you with the white robes?
I'm with the elves. Who are you?
Me? Oh, I'm just a collector. Eden's the name.
Tahar. What do you mean a collector?
I think he's a treasure hunter.
Well, I guess you could say that. See, If you know where to look, these ruins are a gold mine.
Can I take a look at those treasures of yours? I have coin.
Oh, you mean? Ah, sure, why not? Take a look.
We're being attacked!
What's next?
Get ready! You asked for this.
I'll do what's required. As you want.
good spot.
We're being attacked!
That way?
A good spot.
Building completed. Building completed.
Interesting.
Another one. Good. 2 more to go.
Building completed.
Damn it. This is more complicated than I thought.
Yes?
Building completed.
I understand.
Got it.
A good spot.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. We're being attacked!
Looks like an old Northander camp. What would the Crown have wanted here?
General Noria. I can feel his echo. And someone else. Someone powerful.
Huh.
Scryer, we lost a sector!
Yes.
What? That's all? I'm only getting started.
Let me see. Sounds like a plan. Fair
Another
enough.
Spectre.
Let's do
Careful.
this.
You'll regret this.
Good idea.
Purity soldiers. Huh. Seems that the abominations don't make an exception for them.
I'll save my tears for another day.
Enemies.
We're being attacked! Building completed. We're being attacked!
They won't stand a chance.
All right.
We're being attacked!
Yes? That way. All right.
Yes?
I understand.
Building completed.
All right, here goes nothing.
Expansion is the key to victory.
We're being attacked!
An old abandoned camp. Looks elven. Finn and Mir.
Huh. I didn't know the Finn and Mir elves took an interest in Hibernian ruins.
We're being attacked!
Whatever's necessary.
We're being attacked!
We'll make short work of them.
It will be bloody.
Scryer, we lost a sector!
Get ready. That's going to be quite the challenge.
Understood.
I understand.
Number 3. Seems we're on a roll.
Either that or the Hibernians simply use those shards for a lot of different purposes.
Careful. Understood. Prepare yourselves.
A good spot.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Just give the word.
Good idea.
A good spot.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
They will fall.
We're being attacked!
Focus.
You'll regret this. How do you like that?
We're being attacked!
Get ready!
Scryer, we lost a sector! Fair enough. Let's do this. We're being attacked!
Yes!
Scryer, we lost a sector!
You read my mind.
Get ready!
We'll make short work of them.
It will be bloody.
How do you like that?
We're being attacked!
Focused.
They will burn.
Scryer, we lost a sector!
Whatever's necessary.
Alright, here goes nothing. Fair enough, let's do this. We're being attacked! We're being attacked!
We should be able to get this out of the way. Let's send word to the outpost. They can get some workers over here. Yes?
Building completed.
Sure.
We're being attacked! Building completed. Building completed.
I am ready.
And here's the last one. I can't believe it. Let's head back to the outpost. Can't wait to see what... A good spot.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
I'll be swift.
We're being attacked! The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Expansion is the key to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed. The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Yes.
Building completed.
Is it so hard to understand that I don't want to talk about this? Yes? Did you find the shards?
I do. They weren't even that hard to find. Here.
Show me. Yeah, that'll do. So, now let's get to the unpleasant part. Remember how I told you that you wouldn't like my proposal?
Yes.
Well, there's a reason necromancy is frowned upon. And why even some dark elves shy away from practicing it. Even me.
What are you trying to say?
For what I need to do, I will need blood. A sacrifice.
Are you joking?
I'm not. You asked for my help, and this is all I can offer. If you want to try solving this with a jar of butterflies, go ahead. Anything that's alive can't survive in the miasma, save for the one who caused it. One life will suffice.
No way. That's out of the question.
Well then, good luck.
I'll do it.
Varden!
I said I'll do it. It's Arlen who caused this, and even though I don't know the reason, I should have seen it. His expeditions, these speeches he gave in the council, I was too occupied with cutting a good figure among the scryers. If this fog spreads again, it may be the end of the Moor here. We have nowhere else to go, especially not with that madman Lacane in power. Ironic. So bloody ironic.
The Moor here need a leader, Varden. If you kill yourself, who's it gonna be? Arlen? No, that's not gonna happen. There has to be another way. Silverhand?
Silverhand doesn't know.
It's fine, Silverhand. It's my choice. Wraith, what do I need to do?
I'll need a Hibernian altar to perform the ritual. Since this used to be a Hibernian city, there should be one close by, but we'll need to do some scouting.
I'll see if I can find one.
Do that. Varden, I would like to talk with you in the meantime.
Say the word, Evran.
Uh-huh.
Blazes, that thing is huge.
Huh. Interesting.
A good spot.
There. That looks like the altar Wraith was talking about, doesn't it?
It does.
Yes, that should do. Well, I don't know how to say this. Are you ready, Varden?
I am. Silverhand?
Yes?
Tell the Moor here that I'm sorry. And that Xyla should lead them from this point on.
I will. Varden, Silverhand, he doesn't know what to say.
It's okay. Wraith? Do it.
Understood. It won't hurt.
Wait,
Blazes, what's happening?
It's almost over. it's done.
Why? I thought you said it wouldn't hurt.
I saw his hesitation. If I had told him what really awaited him, he might have backed out.
What about the beast you wanted to summon? Where is it?
In the shards. Let's talk at the location of the miasma.
Tiara's breath. What a mess.
I know it sounds dramatic, but he died for his people.
Yes, he did. Let's just hope it was worth it.
Well then, time to put an end to this. What do we do with his corpse?
Let Silverhand take care of it. You go on ahead. He will meet you at the outpost. So much death. It's always the same.
Yes? What's
so,
next?
What's the plan?
A good spot.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
What?
Yes?
Building completed.
Is there anything you need?
Building completed.
They will fall.
Picked the wrong enemies.
Prepare your laces. That's quite the opponent. Let's be careful.
Taha, where's Silverhand?
Making sure that Varden gets a proper burial. Are you ready to summon the Devourer?
Yes, just say the word.
I am. Send it in.
Good. Step back.
Is it dead?
I think so. What on earth was that thing?
A spectral abomination. If I had to make a guess, I'd say that the power of the miasma somehow made it stronger.
Well, it's dead now. What about the fog? Do you think it's safe to go in?
It is. The Devourer destroyed the source of the miasma. And it seems your friend Arlen is still alive. So, I did what I came here for. The corruption is stopped, and this is where our ways part.
Now? Don't you want to know what Arlen has to say? Why he did this?
Truth be told, I don't care. It's always the same. Misguided idealism, selfishness, fear. Farewell, Tahar. Maybe I'll see you again, maybe I won't.
Farewell.
Come, Tahar. Let us see what Fenrir has to say.
Just give the word.
As you want.
Tahar, I figured you were behind this.
Why, Harlan? Help me understand. Why did you summon the corruption?
Can't you guess our people? We had lost our way. The Guardians, Ellen, they were all we have. They just don't see it. They think it was just our perseverance that made us survive throughout the years. But it wasn't. It was Ellen, our mother. But they betrayed her. They forgot our origin, forgot what our culture was was all about.
But why the corruption? Blazes, you killed people, Arlen. What were you hoping to gain from it?
I wanted to show them that the Guardians can also be punishing. I wanted to show them what their wrath looks like. Humility. That's what they were lacking. And Varden and his rationality only made it worse. All he cared about was himself and becoming the first scryer.
Varden is dead. He sacrificed himself to cure the corruption.
What?
That miasma. It's necromancy. The worst kind. That devourer we summoned to destroy the crystal was made with Varden's blood.
I don't know what to say.
So you thought the corruption would bring the Moir back to Ellen? Restore their faith?
I did. But it was foolish. I see that now. That crystal. I thought I could control it. But things got out of hand. The corruption became so much worse than I thought it would. At first, I thought clearing the pools would work. But it didn't. When the corruption came back, I knew that I needed to do something. That I needed to destroy the crystal. Well, you see how it worked out. Still, I did what I thought best. I'm not a murderer, just just a servant of Ellen who lost his way.
Your regret won't bring back the dead.
He's dead, Tahar.
Let's go back to Silverhand.
What a blasted mess. What a blasted, stupid mess.
For what it's worth, the plan worked. We cleared the corruption. And Arlen is dead.
Silverhand sees. He felt a shift, but after all that happened, Silverhand was too cautious to make assumptions. Tell Silverhand everything, Tahar. He wants to know. Interesting. A misguided fool, as there are so many.
What will become of the Moor here?
A good question. We shall see. Commander Zyla is a capable woman, and after the purity has been stopped, which you will do, Silverhand can feel that. He can feel that they will find a new home. Until then, Silverhand is certain that the Moor here will stay loyal to you and help you in the battles to come. Thank you for your help, Tahar. You once again stopped something horrible from happening, and they shall meet again. Silverhand's sure of that.
All right. Safe travels, Silverhand.
All right. Anything else you need to do here, Tahar? If not, I suggest we head back to Mullendeer. Our elven allies will want to know what happened here.